bank pay, which is getting talked about here a lot. And France has taken the lead. Why is this issue so important to France and to Europe?
The issue of compensation seems very trivial, and yet it's symbolical, number one, and it drives people's behavior. Clearly, a compensation package has to do with incentive. It has to do with giving people direction. Do you want to focus on the short-term gain? Do you want to have the quick buck and then go and leave the losses for others? This is what is at stake. And what we want to encourage is behavior that is aligned with a reasonable risk policy. That's what we want to do.
Why is it important there's a global agreement on this?
Because people are moving, right? And if you have a strict system in place somewhere, then people will move somewhere else. And the element of discipline, measure, and common sense that we want to bring to the system is simply not going to settle everywhere if there are lots of loopholes in the system.
Is America doing enough on this issue?
I think my colleague Tim Geithner is pressing very hard in that direction. And I really hope that we can get to a decent, balanced system where we have no guaranteed bonus. Think about it for a second. You join a company and they tell you, no matter how well or bad you do, it's okay, you'll have a guaranteed bonus for the next 3 years because we really want you to join. This is nonsense. Anybody with a bit of brain would understand that. You have to get a bonus, that's fine, but it has to be aligned with your performance, with the performance of the company that you work for, and it has to take a little bit of time into the equation. Second thing that we want is that portion of the variable, a portion of the bonus has to be deferred over time, and there is a clawback element so that if you really misbehave, poorly perform, year 2 or year 3, the portion that was deferred can be clawed back.
There are many people in business who think it's a mistake for government to get involved in regulating pay.
I would agree with them. I absolutely agree with them, except in the financial sector. Why is that? The banking industry is different from others. Why is it different? Because they are the custodian of a common good, which is our currency. And second, because they have a huge franchise which is given by us, government. We say to them, you handle people's money and we will make sure that you don't fail, that people's deposit will be guaranteed. That's a huge franchise. Do you know many businesses that are run like that? No. So because of those two characteristics, being custodian of currency, and because we give them this huge franchise of being protected, they have to apply certain constraints and they have to respect them.
Last question, then I'll let you go. You've heard what the Federal Reserve proposed, or is talking about proposing in terms of bank pay regulations, yes? What do you think of what the Federal Reserve is saying?
I have not seen the Federal Reserve actually confirm effectively what was written in the papers. So I'm waiting for the Fed to actually confirm what it's offering. But I would hope that we find a common platform. And I highly respect the American way of doing things. I was partly brought up in this country and I love it. But it's, you know, the financial institutions are special. We need them. And they need us.
But something has to be done?
And something has to be done about discipline, common sense, and reason, yes.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.